Also, we haven't done this in a while. Gavin, would you like to clap to synchronize the audio?
Oh my goodness, we haven't done that. Yeah, absolutely.
3, 2, 1. Perfect. When we left off, our players had recently traveled to the village of Goodmead in hopes of returning their legendary golden ribbon. After arriving, however, they found out that the meadery was closed. The responsibility for the dissemination, or should I say lack thereof, of Honeydew mead throughout the land of Icewind Dale. After speaking to some of the locals, they found out that the town speaker was recently assassinated after a raid of giant creatures. Taking on the onus of the speakership themselves, the players hatched a plan to win the election of Goodmead and traveled out into the forest on their own.
That
Oralas.
is what we did. I forgot.
It is indeed. Oralas, as you remove your shadowy, wisping blade from the neck of the Etten, it falls to the ground in a massive as you guys are surrounding this corpse. Yamazenkai, you hear a loud, percussive noise echo throughout the small cavern that you and your 3 allies call home. As you sit there stirring, wondering where the sound is, you hear heavy footfalls outside of your chambers, Yamazenkai. As this happens, what would you like to do?
I would like to. I'd like to. I'd move over to the left. My screen left, stage left. If you would.
You know that to the west of you is your bear ally, to the south is your friendly ogre, and to the east is the direction you heard the noise.
Okay. Actually, I would like to go down south to a friend.
As you do so, you witness a sluggishly lumbering fat ogre stomping foot after foot down the cavern way. You slightly startle it, and as you come around the corner, he holds up a club.
It's okay, friend. Friend.
Oh, it's just you. Oh, I heard noise. I think something matter.
Yeah, I'll go. What's the bear's name?
Yogbor.
Say that again.
Yogbor?
Yogbor. I'll go get Yogbor. You go protect your goats. Or your goats. You might be after your goats.
Oh, good think. You very smart.
And the ogre heads to the east following your orders.
And I'm gonna go to Yogbor.
As you do so, you inevitably find the bear deep in its hibernating slumber.
I'm gonna smack it on the nose. Yogbor. I rouse it awake and how intelligent is this bear? Like, am I just gonna?
As the bear stands up, you have seen Yogbor stand before, but maybe not at its peak elevation as you're looking at this 10-foot tall, massive brown grizzly bear. It looks at you with friendly but very annoyed eyes.
No, I know. We have intruders. Go see friend.
And Yogbor takes off, obeying your orders as well.
I'm gonna go back to my little chamber. Actually, I will go to a poop hole.
Okay.
This way, right?
As you make your way
I'll
to
hide
the
behind
famed poop hole, the rest of you.
Well, I'll hide behind this crate, actually.
Okay, you don't need to roll me stealth as you're out the side of the players. As you get there, Yamazenkai, you hear the ogre inside.
No.
And from outside, you hear in giant Googdook's last words.
What about my kin? Ah!
As you guys sit around there, seeing the Etten felled, what would the rest of you like to do?
Well,
Oh,
Holy shit, did we just do that, guys? Did we really just do that? We just took down a two-headed fucking giant. I'm feeling pretty on top of it right now. I don't know about you guys.
I'm feeling almost dead.
Oh, you are.
Close to death.
You know, I could do something about that. I could maybe sing a song. When I say that, I cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay, and how many creatures does that target?
6.
I think that's just him that took it to the face.
Was it? Actually, before I do that, I'll do kind of a roll call. Who looks hurt?
Yeah, as you scan visually really quick, let me fix the tokens because they are working finally. Glenn is definitely in the most damage.
Glenn is in the most damage.
Oh yeah, he has
But
bruises
everyone
all
else
over
looks
his
relatively
body.
fine.
He has huge lacerations in his skin that range from deep purplish bruises to bloody cuts.
Yeah, my head is backwards.
Okay.
actually.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like
everyone
Daffy
else
Duck.
looks pretty good though. Yeah, so I will I'll go up to Glenn and I'll place my hand on his shoulder. Say, you know, you fought very well. And I'll cast Cure Wounds at level 2,
Ooh.
and you get 13 healing.
Ooh.
So
18.
Glenn, as you feel
13
yourself
plus 5, so you get 18.
As you feel yourself replenished with that 18 hit points, Glenn, you all hear a disturbing sound in the silence. Everyone, roll me a perception check except Yamazinkai and Aralas, you have advantage. Okay.
Double 17s.
Alright. Aralas, Restholomew, and Glenn, you guys hear from inside the cavern a very faint echo of some heavy footfalls. Simultaneously, Yamazinkai, your two allies turn to you.
What you want to do? They kill Goog-Doog.
Well, if Goog couldn't take whatever's out there, then he didn't quite deserve to keep breathing. So you go prove yourself, along with Yoga Boar.
He looks at Yogabor, who is actually nearing over the fence, about to snap one of his goats before he...
No, puppy, you come with me.
And they do follow your orders. As they do so, and Aralas, as you send Orly forth, you witness two massive creatures. One, the familiar visage of an ogre, and another one that you can't quite make out through your familiar. Just as Orly and is communing this information back with you, Aralas, the ogre is going to get an attack.
I'll make him. I'd make him pop off as he gets in sight, in range of them. If I have the time, if you think that's viable.
He is going to throw his spear. And with that, a natural 1. The spear clambers against the stone wall, and you bring Orly back just in the nick of time.
Yep. Poof. Friends, there's some enemies at the north. I'll take it.
Should we wait for them? Or should we go on the
Incoming.
offensive?
They've seen us. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so somebody guard me, and I'll sit there holding a fairy fire to illuminate whatever comes around that corner, okay? Somebody cover me. And I'm going to run over to this little alcove and hide there, holding fairy fire.
Just then,
And I'll
Yamazinkai,
Oh,
you witness...
roll back.
Gotcha. Yamazinkai, you witness your allies slumber around the corner. And as they do so, Rez, your held action is triggered. As that occurs, and you cast Fairy Fire, everyone, go ahead and roll me an initiative. This is your first time, Alan. Very exciting. Make sure when you roll your initiative to click on your token so it shows up on the board.
Right. Okay. So click my token. Is there like an initiative button on the token itself, or do I click the token and then go to my character sheet?
So click on your token, and in the bottom left or the top left, it's different. Yeah, top left, you should see a button that says Easy Initiative. Just click that.
I don't actually see that. I see the three, the red, the green, and the blue.
Yeah. Don't double click on your token. Just click on him
No,
once. and in the
top left of your screen, not your token.
Oh,
I
the turner,
had to
turner was covering that.
again.
Okay, I see that.
There you go.
Got it.
I didn't get it the first time.
What'd you say, Alex?
I didn't roll the first time with my token selected.
Oh, okay. What was your initiative score?
17?
Very nice. That's a lot different from a 5. Okay.
Also, this fog of war stuff, like with the lighting, is so
19,
stressful.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm looking on your screen. You should be able to see the room and the light, right?
I can see the room, and right there, I can see the edge of his fairy fire box.
Yeah. You can see though, right?
I mean, I'm really far away from everybody. Yeah, I can see. I can see stuff. I can see what my character can see.
That's
It's not
good
like
enough.
fully revealed.
That's
Right.
good. That's good. That's what it should be, and obviously it'll be
Yeah.
brighter depending on which part of the map you go. You got it. Okay. So right at the top of the chart, Rez, thematically, you've got the initiative. What do you want to do? Oh, that you got
Okay,
that's very
so yeah, so I was sitting there. Could that be considered a held action in what I did before combat?
Yeah. You're fine. You have a whole turn.
Okay, so right after my pan flute and the fairy fire shoots out of it and erupts over there, hopefully illuminating them. It's a DC 16 deck save.
Ooh, yeah, they both fail.
Yes. You did a charisma save, but it's a deck save.
My bad. They would still fail, however.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Thank you for that.
Give them a chance, you
I
know.
appreciate that.
And since that's a concentration spell, I will then use my action. Because Fairy Fire doesn't do any damage. I'll just pull out the gun. Actually, no. I'll pull out my dagger and just hold it at my side.
Okay.
And look at Aralis. And be like, huh? What do we do? Do we attack them? They've got a fucking bear.
Well, me and my two mirror images are gonna be like, I don't know.
And then I'm going to, how much movement do I have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna run right over here behind this rock. And as I'm running, you guys will just hear, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So I have a bear, I have a giant bear, I have a giant bear. And as I left, I pat Aralis on the back and I gave him an inspiration.
Oh, well, there
That's
you
my
go.
bonus action.
With that pat on the back of
And then
Ralas,
my actual action, because I didn't use one yet, I'm going to hold. No, nothing. I can't really do anything. I'm just holding my dagger. Can't really hold. If they get close to me, I'm fucked anyways. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. With that turn, and Ralas, make sure to check your inspiration. Larry, as you see this commotion happen, the spear hit the wall and Rez run back to the group, what do you want to do?
I am going to get on top of my steel defender and have them sort of like walk me over to about here.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can get exactly right there, and I'll put your steel defender right next to you.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit them with my hammer. Is that hit?
Alright, are you aiming at the ogre or the bear?
The bear. Or whichever one is right in front of me. Is that the ogre?
It is indeed, and a 14 barely hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for damage. Nice. So with a nice whack that echoes throughout the cave, the sound of metal hitting thin flesh wrapped over a skull. Owie! The ogre grips its head in pain. What else would you like to do? You do have another attack.
I will then. Is he like? Does he have any weapons?
He had a spear, which he's in the process of getting off the wall when you hit him. But aside from that, he just looks like a bunch of meat and flesh.
Then I'm going to
Smash his knuckles.
command my Still Defender to attack.
Alright. Natural 20. As you guys watch this metallic, draconic construct leap out with Larry inside, it flashes its wing and catches the ogre's belly on the edge, slicing into it deeply. That is a natural 20, and let me see how much damage that does, because it is more than just a D8.
It's a D8 plus
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Okay, and it's a natural 20. So instead of doing 1 damage, that is actually going to deal 11. Because remember, with our natural 20 rule, we just add the maximum amount of number from the die. So with that...
It'd be 13 because of the +2 initially.
No, it'd be 3
Or is
plus
that just
8.
having
It'd be 3 plus 8. So
Yeah.
it would be 11.
Okay.
Alright, with that, what else would you like to do? Because you still have another attack. That was just your bonus action.
Let's see. Can I?
For his knuckles.
Could I cast Brandon's Smite? I don't have it like opened up, but I just want to see what.
Yo, you got smites too?
That was it.
She does
Surprised.
indeed. She gets it with her subclass, that's right. So,
Cool.
you've already used your bonus action to command your pet to attack, and you can't convert your action to a bonus action because you've already used part of it to attack as well.
Okay.
So you can either attack again, or you can end your turn some other way.
I mean, I'll just go ahead and end my turn there.
Okay, you don't want to try to attack again?
I'll just, yeah, sure.
Why
I'll give him another thwop.
Why not? As the hammer returns to her hand like Mjolnir, she recovers again and Larry giving it another flap. Unfortunately, misses as the ogre barely lunges
Hey,
out
it's
of the way.
still it's still an advantage because of the fairy fire.
Good point. It is. Roll for damage.
Seems about
Very nice.
right. Well, it's also +1, right? Because it's it's a infusion.
Right. There you go. With that, and your turn is over, Glenn, as you've witnessed this take place, you can kind of barely see through the dim light and over the Ettin's massive body, but you do catch a glimpse of the dragon as it strikes into the ogre.
Okay, pulling out my heavy crossbow, I'm gonna start running around. See some 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I can see this fool right here, so I'm gonna make a shot with my heavy crossbow. Which, would that still be at advantage? Like, would our ranged attacks at advantage as well?
Oh yeah.
In Fairy Fire? Okay.
Alright, that hits.
Hell yeah.
As the
There's my
ogre
damage.
looming over the much smaller kobold goes to strike, Larry, you witness the ogre grab its chest in pain as a huge dark bolt smacks into its chest. What else would you like to
And-
do?
I have extra attack. Does that go with like ranged attacks as well? Actually, I'm not sure.
Unfortunately not, because you still have the
No?
loading
Okay.
property.
Oh,
have-
that's right.
Yeah, you
that's
still have the loading property, but do you still have another ranged weapon?
No, that's the only ranged weapon I have. So
Alright.
I think that will probably be my turn for now.
Okay. Yamazinkai, as you hear the sound of friend screaming out in pain, it is your turn. You can do whatever you want with it. What would you like to do?
Ooh. I'd like to still sit back to see how they fare against these enemies.
Okay.
But I will want to peek around just to see, so I can like witness it, because I have a large fascination with this fight.
Okay. That's a good position. I'll stay just for the sake of this. In order to view the fight,
Yeah.
you can get right over here if you wish.
Yes, please. Yeah.
All right. You got the poop hole right behind you and the fight
Yes.
demonstrating in front of you. Right as you get back there, however, does that in your turn.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think I have anything that can like support. So.
Uh-oh.
I'll ready an action. How about that? I'll
Ready in
attack.
action. Okay, you're gonna ready an attack if anyone rushes you?
Yes.
Understood. Up next, the ogre under your commandment is going to leap forward.
Shiny thing go boom!
And as it yanks its spear out of the wall, the ogre is going to go in. Does a 10 hit, Larry? I don't think it does.
What?
Does a 10 hit your steel defender?
I don't think so. I think they have like a higher AC than I do.
That's
Hang on.
right.
Yeah, armor class 15. Yeah.
Okay. However, the next hit is a 25. As he wraps his hands around the spear, he goes to plunge it deep within the dragon's chassis in hopes of penetrating it and striking at you. He is going to inflict... Ooh, I think. There we go. 14 points of damage as you guys hear the sound. Thank you for that. 14 points of damage as you guys hear the sound of the spear rending the metal chassis. And Erwin is going to take 14 points of piercing damage. As the ogre lunges his spear out, he is going to try to push forward. As he does so, he's going to end his turn right here. Alistair, what would you like to do?
I'm going to rush up into the fight here.
Alright.
And then the big ugly guy up in front is who I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna shoot him.
Natural 20. Well, that definitely hits. Oh my goodness. So that wouldn't be 28 damage. That would actually be 32 damage. So, with that, as you inflict this massive blast, Yamazinkai, you are introduced to a weapon you've never seen before as suddenly the ogre is filled with all of these tiny metal pellets and almost falls over from the blast. What else do you want to do?
Oh, I think you know what I want to do. We are going Eldritch Cannon, Force Ballista, and that would be a 26 to hit.
Right.
Because it's with advantage.
At advantage indeed. Alright. With the sound of another blast, Yamazinkai, you watch as a huge hole of flesh opens in the shoulder of your ogre ally.
I believe he is also pushed back 5 feet.
Alright, what is the saving throw?
No saving throw. It's just
Really? If it hits, he gets knocked back? Alright, so with that, poof, he falls back 5 feet. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Understood. Up next, this bear is going to leap over the stilled body of Friend. As the bear falls over the other side, he's going to leap out and with both paws try to dig into Larry. As the hole is now open in the chassis, he's going to take 2 claw strikes. Alright, deflect attack. the attack roll of one creature. Okay, so with disadvantage, unfortunately, that's still a 23. And Irwin takes another 11 points of slashing damage. As this bear is just going to town on this metal construct, the bear is going to lash out, this time reaching out for you, Aralas. Does a 19 hit?
I got mirror image up. So I got 2 left. No, it does not. One mirror image is gonna go. Pew. So there's only one left in myself.
Alright. With that, and that falls through, the cave bear's turn is over. Aralas, what would you like to do as Irwin explodes in bits of scrap metal and bolts?
I think Glenn's webcam shut off, so maybe you need to realign them.
Thank you for that.
Pleasure. And while you are doing so, I will take my I'm pondering. Oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna go with Green Flame Blade, attacking with advantage on the bear, and swinging fire to his nearby friend. So using the Truth's Bane. Hold on. Okay, so Truth's Bane. Damage is gonna be okay, 25 to hit for 7 damage.
And who are you attacking?
The bear, and Green Flame Blade is gonna do 7 more of fire on the bear.
Woo.
So
Alright.
14 on the bear and 11 on the ogre.
Understood. As you strike the ogre, is that 11 to hit or 11 damage?
Damage, 25 to hit, so I think it's good.
Nice. Oh yeah, that would definitely hit.
Oh,
As
and I have triple advantage, so let me just click it once more. Elven Accuracy. No crit.
That's okay.
Sorry.
With that, as you guys watch Ralas launch into a flurry of blows, smacking both creatures in his wake. At this point, I wanted to remind you guys of 3 things. 1, Gavin is still here. He just changed his background, and it's super cool. 2, you can walk through other characters' spaces. And 3, steel defenders can be repaired later on. But with that, it is now your turn, Rez. What do you want to do?
Okay, so their attack. I'm seeing my team attack both of these guys, right?
What was that?
I'm seeing my team actively attack both of them, right?
Oh yeah, especially Aralas.
Okay, and I see that hallway is kind of a choke point.
You do.
Let me just double check something. As I hold that dagger still in my hand. Okay. If we do this right there. Uh-huh. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I drop fairy fire. No more advantage, sorry.
Understood.
And I humming and singing a tune. I hold that dagger up in my hand and it starts to float out of my hand and it vibrates and 2 more daggers come out and 2 more daggers come out and then they all kind of form a line and like sheet music, the swarm of daggers flies at the ogre and the bear while I'm playing my my pan flute in the background with some really intense battle music. That's how I'm framing my concentration.
Roll.
And they start swarming in and out as I hit different notes. They just stab and poke in different places as this like imagery of sheet music made of daggers flies between the 2 of them.
Nice. As you guys witness this cacophony of daggers striking their targets, is that a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, sorry, I was just marking my... Oh, and I'm also casting it 3rd level.
Understood.
I believe the DC should be 16 now. Because I'm Level 5.
Well, it's 8 plus proficiency plus charisma, and your proficiency didn't change between 4 and 5. So it's still the same.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, if it's 8 plus proficiency plus charisma, that'd be 8 plus 8. 16.
Well, what isn't your proficiency 2?
My proficiency is 3.
Oh, so it is 16. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Okay, so I believe 2d4, 40, 64. We got lucky with this last time. Blowing on my digital dice. Roll 6d4. Damn, quite the opposite.
Quite
Anyways,
indeed.
14 damage still.
Alright. Okay.
And I will
Oh,
end my turn there.
sorry, Larry. Okay. Dexterity
And I will end my turn there. Twiddling my pan flute. And hope on a perfect day, mage handing my drum.
Alright, Yamazinkai, as you witness these blades scattering through the cave and dancing through the allies, you watch as both of them crumble to the ground. The grizzly bear raises up in pain. However, friend, the ogre, falls back clutching his wounds.
No more! Please, no more!
He's not dead, but he is extremely hurt. Now, Larry, it is your turn. However, Larry, I just learned that Erwin actually has a health pool of 32. Because it's 5 times your level, which is 25, plus 2, so it's 27. And what's your intelligence modifier?
+3?
Plus 3, so it is actually 30. So Erwin has 5 hit points left.
I was about to be so mad. How dare you hurt my baby?
And then I'm going to attack the bear for sure. Okay. I'm gonna start with my hammer.
That hits. 3 bludgeoning damage. Okay. Are you striking the ogre?
I'm gonna attack the bear.
Alright, as you bring that up and hit it in the head, the bear's thrown off for a second, and as it does so, it leaves a trail of saliva, which splatters on your hammer. Is that your turn?
Disgusting.
No. I'm also going to have my steel defender heal themselves.
Okay. Alright, 6 hit points puts Erwin's HP at 11.
And then I'm also gonna get him on the underneath and go pop.
As she
Bop
takes
his
her
head
hammer
backwards.
and rotates it up, you smack him in the head
Because
with the hammer.
would this be a good time to use Crusher?
Sure.
I want to push him back.
Alright, so with the crushing feat, he has to make a strength saving throw, if I'm not mistaken.
I think not even.
Not even, it just happens, huh?
I
I'll look
think
that up.
so.
Let me look that up real quick.
What's your name?
Once per turn, you can move it, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you. Could be a problem with small
Right, I think
versus
it is.
large.
Well, you know
But I have my
what?
steel defender right next to me, and they're pretty big.
Yeah, but you're also technically a medium creature, is she not? Because kobolds
No,
don't get
you are-
fury of the small, do they?
You are correct, Eric. They are indeed medium-sized creatures.
Oh,
Okay. So, with that, let me look that up real quick. Yes. So, would you like to move him back?
Yes.
Okay. He does so with bravado, falling back and actually knocking friend 5 feet back in the process. Does that in your turn?
ooh, Aralis.
Indeed. It does.
Alright. Shit, you right.
Is this information?
No, he right. Alright, they stay there. God damn it. Glenn, what do you want to do?
She's kinda angry. That counts though. She gets bigger when she's angry.
That's true.
You said we could pass through other characters' positions, like other characters' tiles. I couldn't stand on top of the same one, can I?
You could. It would be qualified as rough terrain though.
Gotcha. Well, given that Larry's the smallest, takes up the least amount of room, gotta stand in the same space as Larry. I'm gonna make 2 big ol' swings on this here bear. There's the first swing. There's the second.
Woo. The first one hits, but the bear,
Alright.
reeling back, dodges the second.
That rascal.
Woo.
7!
81 points of damage. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
And I don't think I've got really any good bonus actions to use right now, especially because I'm still pretty tapped spell-wise from that last fight. Ooh, didn't think about that. So that'll be my turn, I guess.
Alright, with that amazing strike from your paladin ally Glenn Yamazinkai, you see that your allies are not doing too well. As his friend clutches his arm, the very stalwart ogre in your company looks back.
I will fight to the last.
As he says that, you do see the bear is more hurt than you've ever seen it before.
Hey, this is great. Keep going. I urge them on.
Alright. With that, friend is up next. As he runs into the foray, 5-10, 15-20, 25-30. He gets out right behind. As he does, however, Irwin gets an attack of opportunity.
Erwin does?
He does indeed. That hits. Nice. Okay. 7 plus 2, 9 damage. As you guys watch this ogre leap over in a single bound, Irwin leaps up in the air and cuts him directly in the groin. As blood and guts shower you guys, friend's body falls over on the other side, making a massive crater. And he succumbs to his wounds. Alistair, what do you want to do?
Alright, well, I'm taking a shot at the last enemy in sight. Damn.
Ooh.
From the blood spray, Alistair shoots wide and scours the stalactites on the ceilings with a few pieces of buckshot. What else do you want to do?
Wait, did you say there's stalactites on the ceiling?
Yes there are. Stalagmites? No, stalactites, yeah.
Stalactites, yeah. Is there one directly above the bear?
Yes.
Is it a pretty good sized one?
Yes, and it would be very difficult to shoot with a ranged weapon. Unless you had something like a cannon, maybe in the arcane variety.
I would like to shoot the stalactites with my force ballista.
Alright. Now, don't do this very often. I'm going to GM roll for the stalactite's health real quick.
That is a 25 to hit.
Understood. I'll say it hits. What's the damage?
10.
Okay. So, with that, the stalactite moves and seems like it's about to give. However, it finally does. And as it falls forward, it inflicts 16 points of damage into the bear. As the bear manages to climb. As the bear barely manages to climb from under the stalactite's huge force, you guys see a massive open wound in the side of the bear who... Is that your turn?
Let me double check real quick. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. With Yogabor up next. Yogabor is going to reach out, and seeing this ferocious warrior is going to miss Glenn. As it misses Glenn, it uses that momentum to push off and leap into a bite against him as well. Glenn does an 18 hit.
Just hits.
As the teeth sink through your plated armor, they inflict 7 points of piercing damage. And Yogabor will end his turn. Aralas, it is your turn.
Something.
Well, I'm sorry, Big Bear, but I think you got to go. I'm going to take my Truthsbane, charge it with lightning, and slice it down onto the bear.
Yamazinkai,
Truthsbane.
as you watch this quick flash of light, this arcane saber stretching forth, go ahead and roll Aralas.
I think I didn't go through. Okay.
Oh, really? Well, that one
Okay.
definitely worked.
So that's the sword damage and booming blade damage.
Aralas, for the
So-
second time in one chronological day, I'm just going to ask you how you would like to do this.
I'm very sorry, Big Bear. You seem to be quite a strong opponent, and I'll just stab it in his heart so he doesn't suffer too much.
The bear exhales, almost as if calming down. As it shrinks in size a little bit, the bear looks up and it collapses onto its back. As its eyes roll back into its head and brackish blood pools from its mouth, you guys walk over and you see a figure standing in the faint candle light. Yamazinkai, would you like to describe what they see?
They see a short king. He's about 5'3". Big, chunky man. Chunky half-orc, I'd say. With muscular arms and muscular legs. He's mostly naked except for the sash around his waist and the scarf around his neck. He's covered in tattoos up and down both his arms, and he's got war paint. As you can see in the little image, but one side's blue, to mirror my Eton master.
As you guys look at this very foreign figure before you, certainly orcish in nature, though not entirely, you see his beautifully illustrated tattoos. What would you all like to do?
I will get at him, and I will circle him from behind to make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Okay,
And
as
I'd
you...
say-
I'd like to be slow clapping actually while he approaches. I'm grinning.
Can I have?
I'd like to mend my defender.
I would also like to have, just as a note, just the daggers for the rest of the minute that they're active, just like swirling around me as I play my music.
I
and
begin
representation.
clapping. I begin clapping slower.
As your
That
bow...
was great.
Go ahead.
That was amazing. I haven't seen a fight like that in ages.
We see them pretty regularly.
And you let your friends fight and die for just your entertainment?
Not for just my entertainment, but to test them. That was amazing. You are certainly
And
capable
what did
of
they learn?
adventurers. Oh, they learned that they weren't strong enough, and I learned that they weren't strong enough for me, to keep my company. But you group of adventurers, I've heard about a group near here. Long have I waited to face a member of the Blades of the Axe.
Oh, that's not us. No.
Yeah, you must be.
Sorry.
We're the wavy navy, actually.
Yeah, that's us actually. Is the wavy navy.
Oh,
Yeah,
We didn't agree on this.
No, Larry, it was while you were napping.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
this is
so-
going-
Everybody knows that Are you saying that you want to travel with us?
Well, I'd like to fight one of you first.
Oh, Glenn. And I push Glenn forward.
Oh, can I take a nap first?
I say, is this your fighter? Is this your best fighter?
I mean, in terms of like the up close scenes, we've got plenty of talented fellas. That's
Blade,
keeping us
Blade
quick,
of the-
whatever.
Actually, no. And I pull Glenn back and I grab Larry by the scruff. And I put
Oh.
Larry forward and I say, you should
He's
fight
crazy.
Larry.
You will never do that again.
Oh, sorry, Larry.
And I just gently scratch the end of his nose.
Ah, he's a stronger.
Larry,
See,
just before he
she is
grabs you by
fierce.
Larry, just before he grabs you by the scruff of your neck, you do finish your tinkering. Go ahead and roll 2d8 to heal back Erwin. As you look before you, I'm going to go ahead and say, Yamazinka, you can roll me an insight check.
Okay. Character sheet. Am I allowed to know what I'm rolling this for?
No.
Okay.
Interesting that you don't know what insight you're trying to glean.
As you look before you and after you've issued this question, you gather that Larry is in fact the most formidable opponent.
Whoa! This is a interesting turn of events, but she does seem to be the strongest fighter.
Oh, why, thank
Very
you.
true.
You know, I
Oh,
really,
I am
you
not
know,
one to judge
no.
appearances. I am pretty short, but
I mean, I don't know. A bardier can play a pretty mean song. It's, you know, just as good.
I don't care about
Larry,
fighting. I don't care about songs. I need fighters.
Maybe we've been
Well, test our
underestimating
mics.
Larry.
Okay,
Should we just let
so
Larry go fucking crazy
no,
for a minute?
let's address what he just said. What did you say? What was that last remark you made?
I only care about fighters. I need someone to fight against.
You just saw me turn one knife into about 700 and stab your friends, all while it looked like sheet music. And you're telling me you're not scared?
That's just some hocus pocus. Some fancy words.
I gestured the knife at him. You think it's hocus pocus? I will show you hocus pocus!
Are you challenging me to a fight?
I was gonna go ahead and make you roll an intimidation check, but it's not necessary.
Can I roll an intimidation check?
No, because if it's anything higher than a 1, it'll break the game.
It's lore breaking. It breaks the lore.
While
I
this
get
is
down on
going
one knee and I look at Larry and I say, you need to kick his ass.
No magic.
Well, excuse me?
No magic. No tricks. Just fighting.
Would you like my
Oh.
sword, Larry?
Oh, no, listen, the only magic I know is what I can do with some metal.
As long as we get to fight.
Alistair, what were you gonna do?
Just while they're bickering over there, I'm going to begin removing Goog and Doog's head.
Oh.
Right. As that is transpiring outside of your view, Yamazinkai. Actually, no, you can see it. You are within full view of your old master as both of his heads are decapitated. As that transpires, Alistair, go ahead and roll me a nature check.
That is obscene.
It's his thing. It's what he does.
Or survival. It's up to you. Okay. With that, you cut both heads off. Not very efficiently. One of them, you kind of shave off a little bit of the braided beard that Doog has. And on Goog's head, you actually remove about 3 inches of spinal column at the base of the skull.
Very nice. I'm gonna stick them in my bag of holding right next to the other heads and make my way back up to see what everyone's arguing over.
As you do so, Larry, did you intend to attack Yamazinkai?
Well, he was
Well, I'm
talking a big
wondering,
talk.
what prevents us from just doing all hit together on this man and just leave him to die?
Honor.
Honestly,
What?
he's
Seems
got
like
me
he
with
just
the...
wants to fight us.
Yeah, the honor argument is good with this one. He's not punched any of us yet, so...
But he's asking for it.
And I will do it if I can
He
go to
really-
sleep for a while.
He belittled me.
Well, I don't care about his nipples out in the cold cavern,
Andy-
so I will disengage and go elsewhere.
Okay. Aralas, as you spend some time exploring, you do find all of the stolen merchandise, harnesses, horseshoes, pieces of iron that it looks like the giants and the ogre and this new orc have not touched. However, there are molested merchandise. You do see barrels of honey still open, tracks in the ground where honey looks like it's been smeared by the ogre, and about a dozen goats and sheep baa in response at seeing you.
Those goats are mine. Those goats were found.
Oh,
Too late.
okay.
You want to fight
That-
my friends?
that
I'm gonna
sounds-
play with the beasts. I'll make friends with
That
the
sounds
goats.
suspiciously like somebody who stole goats, and I will insight check him saying that those are his goats and that he found them.
You're not listening. He said he found the goats.
I did not lie.
I want to know.
Rez, although you know the likelihood of him just stumbling on goats are extremely low, you don't think that he is willingly trying to deceive you at all.
I gesture my knife at him and I go, "I'm on to you, buddy."
This whole time I'm just holding my gun pointed at him.
Oh,
Oh,
What is
does that
that?
scare you? And I pull out mine and I go, "Does this scare you?" Ooh, ooh.
I don't even know what that is.
And I fire it next to him. Ooh.
As this loud, percussive sounds through the cavern, Yamazinka, you're not sure what that was, but it made like a really smoky cloud and it sounded loud.
Oh, that looks like magic to me.
Oh,
What is it?
it might
Is it
be.
just?
I
Is it
don't
just
know.
a?
I don't know how it works. But do you know what it does? It hurts things, and you're right here, so I'll hurt you if you're not careful and if you insult my play ever again. And I storm off. I follow Aralis.
Was that like a spell? Did you just like curse him or something?
Bardic curse.
As you get closer, I'm laying against the fence. I'm like, "What's that little goat? You want a friend? I'll be your friend. I'm looking for more friends right now. This one dude in the cavern with his hard nipples in the cold is very weird. So I'll be your friend."
Well, hey,
Oh, that's what
we
I'm
took
saying.
very
Aralis.
good. We took very good care of those goats, mind you.
Hey, how
Very
did you
happy.
come across these goats? And this
All
honey?
of them.
And all of these supplies? How
Okay.
did you guys come across this?
So some of it may have been procured in a certain sense of the word.
Yes.
But
Stolen.
it's hard times. We did what we had to do. We don't usually resort to such illegal actions. But,
Okay, so if it's okay with you, we are just going to take everything.
steal from
No,
me.
no, you stole all of this.
And you get
And
the
by the way-
authorities. You don't just take it.
We were sent by the authorities. We are who is to retrieve the stolen goods. We are
Where's your
the
paperwork?
authorities.
Where's your paperwork?
I don't. Can you even read?
Might.
I just
And
laid
I
these
pull out a
down.
piece of sheet music, and I hand it to him.
All
You're in a
right.
That's not
completely
even
different
words.
part of the cave.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
not fair.
Yeah, are you with Aralas or are you back with Yamazinka?
Where are you?
Well, he's talking about the stolen. I go over to Aralis. Aralis is talking to the.
I don't. This does look very official.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it-
god.
Did I tell you to roll an intelligence save because I meant
No,
to?
sorry.
Okay, no.
Oh,
I
did
meant,
you?
I meant to. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it does look very official.
Oh,
And I
okay.
take my sheet music
Well-
back and I say, "So we're going to round up everything around here, and we're going to go.
As
If you have a
Rez-
problem with that, we will kill you as well as the people we've already killed."
As Rez does that, Yamazinka, you witness as a man with a tri-cornered cap approaches you. He has very pale skin and two blue eyes that sit under bushy eyebrows. Next to him is the dwarf that you were talking to earlier.
Who is the dwarf? Who was I talking to?
Glenn.
Me.
Paladin. Okay. Okay.
You know, lad, you got a nice head. You using it?
Do what I can. You know, we've been doing just fine until you all just up and attacked us. But,
You see, we are here. We're here to kill a bit of a pest problem, and you're looking like a pest.
That sounds
I
like a
think
threat.
I think
Are you talking to my friend goat? Don't say that to the goats. Oh, sorry. You mean to him? Yes,
I'm
I'm gonna gesture with my gun for him to back up.
You haven't hurt anybody.
Go ahead and roll
Glenn, we're gonna need some.
Intimidation.
Glenn
That's right.
will be needing your muscles, Glenn, in the back. I think the cartwheel
counter
is
roll
enough.
for intimidation. Does that exist? Not
Yeah,
against
go ahead and
Mac,
make me an insight check.
an
Natural
insight?
20.
We'll see if he rolls natural 20 as well.
On an insight.
Defenders
Weird.
have advantage when it rolls the same. Wow.
Ooh.
Yamazenkai, even though you are not scared, you have greeted death with a warm face many times. You do feel the inclination to follow his orders as you feel your hands rising.
This is my home.
Oh, you can
Maybe
keep the
keep
place.
it.
You can keep the cavern. It's all yours. Or you can just take the rest.
You know, we didn't even hurt anybody to take that. And I don't think we hurt anybody from taking it.
I think.
Well,
I think
we were
someone
sent
was
this way
killed.
because
It
you
was a
killed
business.
you killed the speaker of the town. That's kind of a big deal.
Did I do that?
You do recall Goog Doog did that.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was the Etten. That was my Guggendoog. They act separately from me.
The ugly one whose heads I just took.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull one of their heads out of the bag and just kind of wiggle it a little to taunt him.
I don't know what he does with these. Honestly, we don't know what the purpose is.
I'm gonna hold out my new arm and just gesture to the bonework and skull faces on it.
As he does this very ominous turnaround, featuring all of his beautiful jewelries, delicate ornaments, and two-headed heirloom. Yeah, it looks alright. You've seen better, Yamazenkai.
So you have started a collection, but yeah. I don't
I'd
know.
say I'm a bit further along than starting a collection. I've got quite a few heads and skulls and
That's
got a little
all.
bit of everything.
Been in this business a long time. And
Kind of a new hobby.
A new hobby.
I
Yes.
collect trading cards. It doesn't come up much, but I do that.
Yes.
I
Well,
didn't know that about you, Glenn.
No one asks. That's
for
the
the
thing.
most part, nobody gets hurt during our incursions into town. Usually we keep to ourselves, but with is it the weather or what's happening?
Have you ever
regionally?
considered life at sea? He's starting a crew.
I don't want them for my crew.
As a matter of fact, you do recall the weather is very bad. The winter that started 2 years ago never stopped.
It's this winter that drove us to thieving and in some cases killing, I suppose.
Frankly,
It's
I
not-
don't really care.
Well, you don't seem that much of a moralistic type. Look at you with all your heads and your trophies.
Been a good bit
Honestly,
of fun.
I kind of like the cut of this man's jib. The winter drove him. I mean, like, honestly, if we were taking stock of our crew, just the people that we're traveling with, the winter drove him to steal some honey, maybe kill a guy. I ate 2 dudes. I ate 2 men.
Holy
That's true. We
cow.
have 2 cannibals. We got 2 cannibals in the party.
One's an accident, though.
Glenn,
Mine
I
was intentional.
admire. You know, I really have to admire the fact that once you told us about your traumatic incident, that now you can't stop talking about it.
I'm trying to
No.
take the power back. That's kind of I'm trying
Yes,
to take.
I understand that, but I told you about how my mother and father were killed right in front of my eyes, and how everything I knew as my childhood and my life was torn away from me right in front of my eyes, and you don't hear me talking about that every 2 seconds, you know? So
Maybe you
just,
should.
I think, like, dial it back a bit. You know, it's great that you're acknowledging it, but,
You
You,
should.
Stop
you know
saying
what,
make
my
more
Glenn?
and
jokes
mother
about
in the
it.
same sentence.
You know
You should
what,
go,
Glenn?
like-
I want you to heal. I'm here to support you. You'll always be my friends, and you talk out whatever you need to talk out. I'll always listen to you. Rez, bugger off.
I think I have a
hereby
way
swear.
to prove his loyalty.
At about that time, you watch as this small kobold approaches you, Yamazenkai.
I can add to your AC for a minute, or however long I decide, or it's actually 1 hour. And it'll prove your loyalty because you'll have to stay close to me, and we'll have a lot of fun together.
And I
Tell him that
hold out my
he
hand.
loses the buff if he talks too much.
Or I will kill you right here.
I would love for you to try. You know.
And then as
they
soon
had
as he
to
says
fight,
that,
didn't get to have to fight.
I swing around with my hammer.
Excellent.
All right.
And I hereby swear that 2 men is my limit.
Holy shit, so much is happening. Okay. Larry,
Oh my goodness.
as you are here, and Rory, Gasper, welcome to the game. You are here. You guys have just made it to the cave, where you have encountered a neutral orc, as he has challenged Larry to an honorable game. Larry, you roll initiative.
Fort.
As this Goliath begins to chant, the fight is going to begin.
Are you
Larry,
saying fart?
Now,
yes.
you can either take my hand and we have a deal and you can come with us and you can be safe, or you'll get another.
Yamazenkai, as the hammer swings in, you watch as a Goliath effortlessly bounds in and attempts to get into the fight before she runs headfirst into a stalagmite. And as she does so, you take 6 damage, Yamazenkai, as Larry's hammer smacks you upside the face.
Ooh, I shiver.
And then I
Yeah.
call for my steel defender to come up behind me.
The steel defender.
Oh, where's
is
the honor? How much? 6 damage?
Yes. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Right when that happens, Erwin is going to, come in right there. And Yamazenkai, or I should say Larry, what else do you want to do with your turn?
I wish I just had a way to contain him, but I don't think I do. So, does he have any metal weapons?
As you look around, Yamazenkai, do you have any metal weapons?
I do. On my back, I have my warhammer.
None in his hands, or that you can see.
If I were to use heat metal in this sense, would it just kind of fall to the floor and stay hot for a little bit so that he can't attack me with any weapon?
It would indeed, however, you can't see any weapons on him right now.
Okay.
Warhammer's on his back.
His warhammer's on his back?
Is it on his back or in his bag?
I don't know. I mean, it's in my inventory. It's not equipped.
Okay, so it is on his back. You can see it.
He did say back earlier, so.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, you could use it. Oh, wait. Larry, you've already used your action to attack, so you can't use it to cast a spell.
I have 2, don't I?
You have 2 attacks, but not 2 actions.
Oh. Well, I don't want to get my steel defender into it because, well, for the moment, because I feel like he will back off. So I'm going to just give him a look.
Who, me?
And hopefully,
I want the fight!
I know you do, but
The sport of it!
there's no reasoning with
Hit him
you.
again.
Ah!
and then I get ready, but it's not. I can't. I guess
I'll do your attack first attack.
Yeah, you can attack twice.
I can.
Mhm.
So I can do my hammer again.
Yeah. Basically how it works is you get an action, You can convert that action to attack once or twice. It's up to you. But once you've used it to attack, you gotta attack, or not attack, you know?
Okay.
I've been itching for a fight. I've been watching y'all fight, and I do nothing. That does not hit.
Does that hit?
As a 14 whiffs by, you effortlessly dodge at
I have advantage
Yamazenkai.
with my defender and others.
As Larry, you look back, the rest of your friends are behind you. But does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. With that, Yamazenkai, it is now your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, as this being an honorable and set upon encounter, I would like to use an unarmed attack and punch her right in the mouth.
Okay.
I believe that's how that works, right? Did I do it correctly? Nope.
All you gotta do is when it's in the character sheet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
And this is all non-lethal damage, by the way, if that matters at all.
It does, and it really does.
Yeah.
As
I'm not going to kill. It's just a sportsmanly fight.
As he is hit
exactly
twice, the second one not inflicting any damage as he dodged it, Yamazenkai returns with a very concise kung fu chop. As it does hit its mark, go ahead and roll for damage.
Right.
Now, this is how natural 20s work.
Oops.
Oh yeah, just click in the chat in the bottom right corner of your screen. There you go. You got it. Okay. So this is going to be 5, which is 1d6 plus 4 plus 6. So that is 11 damage total bludgeoning onto you, Larry.
Okay, and I'd also like to use my flurry of blows.
Okay. As you convert
which
a
is
key point.
1 key point to make 2 unarmed attacks as a bonus action.
Okay.
So that's 2 more.
Go ahead.
Just a note, Alan. You should have extra attack as well as a monkey level 5. So you should be able to make 4 attacks in total in 1 turn.
Fortunately for Yamazenkai, he is level 7.
8.
8. Even better. So
I'm assuming those both hit.
All 3 of those hits. 11 bludgeoning damage the first time, then 9, and then Larry, you take 8. 28 bludgeoning damage in total.
And then I would actually like to use my my open hand technique. So when I make a hit, I can. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects. I would like to knock her prone, so she must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw, Larry.
And where do I see what she has to pass with?
It's going to be 8 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 0 wisdom plus 3, so 11.
Okay. She does not make it, and Larry, on top of taking all this damage, you are thrown to the ground prone.
And I say, yield!
Oh. I'll do that.
Please, sir. Please, I'm so small and feeble, please.
Say small and feeble as I rub the knot in the side of my head from your hammer.
I'm so tiny. Oh, and
you are prone, by the
Little
way. So I
cower
don't know
and
what.
beg to distract.
It works.
Is it my turn?
It works. Unfortunately, with that, it just works, Yamazenkai, and it is her turn. As this is happening, though, the rest of you are not engaged in this combat scenario, but you guys can do whatever you want. What are you guys doing as this happens? And girls.
I'm gonna go around onto the other side of him to spectate from over here.
Okay.
Ritual casting a floating disc.
Okay, floating disc, alright. Hey, Rez, I don't want you to get destroyed. There you go. Perfect. Alright, as you guys get into your spectatorial places, Larry, your groveling and cowering is working. You are still prone. Are you going to command Irwin as your bonus action?
Destroy.
I believe so.
I don't know why this is. I think this is the first time it's ever been used. This is a great like combo here. With that, yeah, you feel pity for this creature, Yamazinkai, and you do not approach the dragon. As it comes up, however, it misses you with its strike.
Oh, dishonor! This is a 1v1.
It is mine. I am it. We are one.
It is not your fists or your hammer.
It is mine. Therefore, it is me.
Very well. Oh crap! You know what? You know what I missed out on? I critted. I had my half-orc racial trait, which would just add more damage. Would roll one more weapon.
You know,
more weapon
normally we don't do this, but since you're new, go ahead and add that damage as well.
Thank you. And it's just one more damage die, an additional time, and add it to the extra. So
it'd be 1d6.
It was just, yeah, 1d6. So that's just, was it slash roll 1d6, right?
Yes, sir. You're
I
getting
recognize
on to
my-
this quickly. All right.
There we go. Oops.
All right.
Well.
Okay,
That's okay.
Larry, as your bonus action has not worked and you used your action to cower and beg, you still have your movement remaining. It is still your turn.
Which she would have to use half of it to get up from being prone.
That's right. It's up to you, Larry. If you want to use any of it, you don't have to.
I just added a bunch of zeros.
What does that mean?
Sorry, I have my push to talk button as 0, and my cursor was in the current hit points, and so I gave myself like 9 million hit points. So, but I fixed it.
I'm trying to decide. I cannot tell if I get up and you'll hurt me.
I mean, and I will stop the fight if she looks too hurt. Like, if it looks like I've obviously won a fight, and it's like...
Well, I did. I'm so small.
Let me put it this
And,
way. She was extremely devastated by that flurry of blows. She looks hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go run away to my steel defender and just start mending it and telling it affirmations that are really for myself. It's okay. It's okay.
As she's doing this, that would end her turn. Yamazinkai, as you look at this very injured, feeble creature and this almost destroyed steel automaton, what would you like to do?
Is there anything I can do because of the grovel, cower, and beg? Like, what did that do to me?
Well, she's not casting it anymore. She went to go heal her ally. However, I will say, Rez, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check. And your passive perception, Yamazinkai, is a 10, and he rolled a 9. So as he tries to cast a spell, Yamazinkai, you tell out of the corner of your eye that he is attempting to cheat.
I say, stop that! And I go into a rage.
Oh, yo, I'm not doing anything. What was I doing? Nothing.
Rez, go and roll me a persuasion check.
That did not stop me from going into a rage, by the way, though.
Oh, not at all. No. Not at all. You are enraged. As you turn around and you're enraged, it would break the honor of the agreement if you were to hit him, but he has broken it as well.
So did he actually cast it, though?
Oh, no.
Nope, you caught him right as he was doing it. He hasn't cast it yet.
Well, that's good. And I say, stay! As I turn back to Larry. And I believe... So with rage... There's no button that I click that would change my stuff, correct? It's just, I have advantage on strength checks. Make melee.
Yeah,
and as a monk, my fists are melee weapons, correct?
That is correct.
It doesn't work if you use your dex modifier to hit, though.
Correct.
You gotta use your strength to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which, hopefully, it isn't like an auto, because it would matter. Okay, because my strength is 1 modifier less, so I'll just remember that.
That'll be awesome.
Okay, but yeah, I go and as seeing how hurt she is, I will attack the dragon. I'll attack the steel defender.
As I'm healing it, you monster. You don't
Yeah.
understand. That is
Because I
me.
see how hurt and bruised you are, and tiny and powerful and cowardly as you just used your racial ability.
I will say,
I would
Larry, it only takes an action for Erwin to heal. So, Larry, go ahead when you can. Roll 2d8 for him.
You look so cute. How could you?
Well, he interrupted the honor of this combat, so he deserves it.
There you go. Okay, with that.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll just move right there.
Sure.
I suppose.
Go ahead and roll your
and then
attacks if you wish.
I'll punch this metal beast.
Alright, first attack hits.
Okay, and then I'd like to use a key point to do flurry of blows, but I'll roll that damage first.
Alright, go ahead with your other
No,
two
thank you,
attacks.
sir. Please.
I will say that deflect is going to apply to the next attack. So go ahead with your next attack.
Is it a reaction thing?
Yep, that one misses. However, the third one hits.
Okay. And, well, actually, if I use my strength, then I have advantage, so it's still...
That's true, but a 12 and an 11 both miss.
Okay.
With that, a total of 13 points. You guys watch as exhaust, steam, and rivets fly out of this dragon, but Erwin is still in one piece.
Really? Okay.
How many points?
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I'd like to use extra attack.
Okay.
To punch it again.
13.
I have advantage.
No, yeah, you would be at 17. Sorry.
Yep. 17 hit points, and then the natural 20 as he brings a huge hand and karate chops down on its steel chassis. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. So this is regular damage, and then
You have
plus
messed up.
one more
So
D4.
this
or
is
one more D6.
So this is 1d6 plus strength, not dex. So instead of
Okay,
inflicting 10,
so-
you inflict 9 damage. Remember that?
Correct. Correct.
And Erwin, since you were using dex earlier, Erwin is going to regain 2 hit points. So Erwin is at 19 health instead of 17.
Okay.
When he takes 9 damage plus another 6, which is 15, which would put Erwin at 4 HP.
And then I roll one more D6 for the savage attacks.
That's
Racial
correct.
trait.
You don't know what you're doing, man.
As you watch Yamazinkai push his hand straight through the metal chest of this draconic construct, he rips it out, and you can tell that Erwin is barely clinging to life. 1 HP left. Its lights flicker before it lets out a
And I will...
Do to fix this, man.
And
It
I
takes a
will
lot.
push
I
it
gotta fix
15
that.
feet away from me. It makes a strength save
I
throw.
just
Using
made
because of
that.
open hand technique, because I hit it with flurry of blows.
Alright, I will say it won't need to roll because the chassis
And you.
crashes right back into you, Glenn. As it hits you, Glenn, go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Sorry, Glenn.
Got it.
Say, oops!
Glenn is thrown to the ground as this massive metal construct hits him, and he falls over.
I say,
I need
oops.
some help, friends.
Larry calls
I mean,
for
you
your
can
help.
yield at any moment. So you can yield at any moment.
I've been telling you to yield too, and you won't. So what does that even mean?
It means I won't lose the fight, but if you yield, I win.
No, it doesn't. No, we were supposed to end it, and then you didn't, and now I got so much work to do here, man.
Fight! You agreed to this fight. You attacked first, actually.
Yes, I did, because you said
Hey, anybody want to come over here and have a fight?
that's what you sound like.
Go ahead. I mean, we're in a fight right now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And then I look over at what is in piece
That
with
is the
my
end of my
steel
turn, though.
defender and thinking of
I would not have attacked
if,
him.
if this was
if you
cute,
attacked
it's
me.
not going to be cute next time. Is it really? Is it dead?
It's got 1 HP left.
Oh, are you asking me? Yeah, it's got 1 HP left.
Okay. Then I want to go, I guess, mend some more.
I mean,
He's
is that a
already-
yield? Or,
He's already
mean,
used
you
mend
can-
3 times.
you can also end combat and...
But it's a cantrip, right?
Oh, you want to cast the mending spell? I thought you wanted it to act in its mending capacity. Yeah, you can cast the mending spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, roll 2d8.
I whisper over to Alistair. I just say, hey, you should shoot his leg. Shoot him in the back of the knee.
What's in it for me?
I'll give you a platinum
I'll,
piece.
you know what? I'll actually take it as her going back to running off
Alright,
to the
I'm
mend
taking a
and
shot.
ending combat. Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
so...
taking a shot for the leg.
Indeed.
Alright, go ahead. Yamazenkai, as you dust your hands and you deem this opponent defeated, you hear a massive explosion,
That misses.
and you turn around to see a spot right next to your leg open up into a massive crater.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, Alistair, that was pretty rude.
Glenn says on his back.
I'm just going to immediately turn to Rez. Alright, platinum piece.
You know, I was going to be a little more stealthy about it, but here you go.
It's a gunshot. I'll stand up.
Well, you know, I didn't want them to know it was my idea.
Alright. That's 2 platinum pieces.
No, I said 1, and I give him a single platinum piece.
Right. But for me to take the blame, that's 2 platinum pieces. Just for
Yes,
future.
but now we're talking. Okay, well, for future reference, I'll pay you 2 platinum pieces.
I'll
Alright,
take the blame
sounds
for
good.
Piece and be happy.
Alright, I'll step forward, owning my action, just staring the orc in the face.
And I'll toss him another platinum piece.
Oh. Okay, so as my training comes to my mind as my Doog side of it, and the more peaceful and rational side, I come out of rage and rationalize it. Okay, this is a massive group of adventurers who took down my master friend and Yoga Bulbor. If they're starting to become, dishonorable fighters, I will end the combat, and I will. So whoa! It was just a little fight, just a little scuffle.
And
You
you've had
won't
enough
need-
of
No
it.
need.
You almost killed her.
It was up
Look
to
at
her.
And I scruff Larry again.
My baby.
I scruff Larry again. And
I
I'm
gave
like,
her every chance
"What
to
is it?"
yield. Every
No,
chance to yield.
she did yield. Did you not see her getting on the ground going, please don't hurt me, please? And actually, in a perfect imitation of Larry, I go,
No, please. Please don't hurt me.
I'd
And some
say-
solid people.
I'd say you acted dishonorably first, so
"Can I say that?"
we're just
Me?
sticking up for our own.
Yes,
You.
she yielded, and then you attacked a creature.
She was, and then the
She
creature
laid-
attacked me. The creature attacked me first. And I did not
No,
touch her
the
after
creature
she
didn't attack you. That creature
did.
clearly tripped, and you interpreted it as an attack. Did it land?
missed me.
Did it land
I
an attack
dodged
on
the
you?
attack.
Did it,
She
hey,
groveled. She
did it
yielded.
land on
The creature attacked me, and I
land an
attacked the
attack?
creature.
Did it make a scratch on you?
I did
No,
not
it didn't.
touch
You're
her
being a
after
little
she
baby.
groveled. Did not
No,
touch
you're
her.
being a little baby.
And
Did not
welcome
touch her
back
after
to The
she
View.
yielded.
Today's episode.
Alistair's
After
going to
she
shoot
yielded,
in
I
the
did
air
not
to
touch
shut
her.
everyone up.
Oh,
Just shooting straight in the air.
Yeah, and you get their attention. Everybody shut up.
Shut up.
Alright, the fight's over. Let's move on. You can either keep fighting and deal with all of us, or you can keep it to yourself.
No, I'm
Oh,
done.
going to-
It was literally just a fight between me and her, and then her beast came
I'm
in.
going to
I'm done.
push past him, and then I would like to use my mending cantrip on the steel defender.
Okay.
Hey,
roll 2d10.
orc friend, have you given us your name?
Oh, that's probably something I would have done at the start. But yeah, no, right. I am Yama Zenkai.
Zenkai.
What a
You can call me
stupid
Yama.
name.
What is your
What
name?
a stupid name. Oh, I have an actual cool name that makes sense and isn't stupid like Yama Zenkai going by Yama.
Tell him.
It's
You have to be so
it,
harsh. Are you gonna?
it's Bartholomew von Crawford's the Fourth.
Is this like
Did you just
cutting
look it up?
word?
No, I didn't. I was being hesitant about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It's Bartholomew von Crawford's the Fourth.
That
I
name
go
is
by
too
Red.
long.
No, your name is stupid. Yama Zenkai.
That's a stupid
Hey, you
name.
doing anything after this? You
Whatever.
want to go grab a beer?
Sure.
We were literally traveling with a dragon named Otaku before before you're gonna say that Yama's got a goofy name.
We don't speak ill of the dead.
Well, he doesn't. No,
He was a
I
brave
thought you
warrior.
were here.
he's great. I love Otaku. He is very dead. That is true.
Aye, he's quite dead. Nobody. in
Anyways,
that-
I think we told you my name's Glenn. I was gonna ask you, Yama, do you want to fight tomorrow? Would you like to fight tomorrow? That looked like a lot.
I would love a fight.
Great.
Okay, well, you come back to the inn with us. You help us bring all of this stolen goods back, and we'll say,
Procured
You-
goods. Needed.
okay, well, bring back the procured goods. We'll say that you were being held hostage here, and everyone will think you're part of the good guys.
We'll get you a pardon.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because
Well-
I think one of us is gonna be the president or something.
Speaker.
Yeah, my brother is going to be the speaker of the town.
The king.
Yeah, so do you want to go get a beer or something, Yama?
Oh, well. As I wipe the grease off my fingers from fatalitying or brutalitying that the dragon, I say, sure, sounds great. Nothing like a
reason?
cold one after a fight.
Yes, everything that they procured, we need to bring back to the town.
Did we get all of it?
Well, it's in that room right over there.
Okay, let's go get it.
Well, hey, Yama, you guys got anything else here? Anything cool? Like, where did Ugandoog sleep?
Why?
Like, did they have any personal
With their
belongings?
sheets? Well, their personal belongings, I think, would go to me, as they're technically my parents.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to pull their heads back out. Hey, this was your parents.
Oh, it's fine. They lost a
That's what
fight.
he'll become.
Put it back in the bag. Put those back in the bag.
Yeah, put
They,
some
uh,
heads back
Jiggled
in
the
bag.
heads some more and put them back in.
They picked me up when I was 8 years old, and I've been living with them since.
How old are you now?
How old am I? Like 20?
They're gonna
Hold on. Wait. Character sheet.
Hey, well, you're old enough to be without parents, so get over it.
I love.
You know, I left my home when I was 16.
Yeah, I'm 25.
As you guys
How does
bond
that sound,
over-
Glenn?
Yeah.
Bringing it up every chance I can, huh?
As you guys bond over shared loved ones and mutually shared arduous experiences, you all do inevitably gather the stolen or procured resources, however you'd like to look at that, and gather them into the only operable wagon. Those of you who'd like to do discover a box of honeydew. Still chilled in this cave in the snow after all these years, it is a single cask containing 4 liters of honeydew.
Hey, it's been a minute. If no one objects, I won't mind helping myself here.
Oh, I will
This is
gladly take a
old-
drink as well.
We might want to think about this because we're basically carrying like the most like sought after resource in the entirety of these lands. Like, who knows what we could sell this for?
No, here's what we do.
Now you want to
Don't sell it for
sell
anything.
stolen goods? I wasn't going to sell it. I was going to drink it.
No, here's what we do.
That's the
To
first good
promote-
idea you've had.
I say we drink some of it, obviously. We just found it. It's ours. But what we do is we have my brother, is the guy who's running for speaker, come down and say, hey, I slew all of these giants. We show the heads, and they say, in as good faith for what is to come to this town if I am elected speaker, we give samples of the honeydew that we found to everyone in the town.
Yes, we did find it.
And everybody will love us.
And where did you say you found it?
Where to find it, Carrot?
In the center of town.
You're muted.
You procured these items in the center of town when Goog got the better of Doog and stormed into the village of Goodmead, despite Doog's wishes.
We couldn't really stop him, so I mean, we were running low on supplies, and Goog.
So you stole them.
Took control. Goog stole them. But
So it doesn't really sound like you are running low on supplies now. You're kind of running low on people.
Well, from the sounds of his story, someone was clearly throwing those out. So
yes,
he did.
That is what happened.
I mean, supplies last a lot longer when you have fewer people.
That is very true.
Later, I'm sure. The loss of my family, friends.
You didn't
Don't
really
think about that right now. Let's go get
No time to mourn now. That was a great fight.
You kind of just let it happen, to be honest.
Well, I was watching it. I don't often get to see fights happen in front of my eyes. Especially someone who did best Doog and Goog and friend and Yogabor.
Goog is so good.
As you guys accept this honor-bound miscreant into your fold, and you gather on with your resources, salvaged, procured, stolen, and otherwise, and you draw back into the woods that separate the caverns from the village. You guys once again encounter the friendly but shy nature spirits known as the Chingwas. They don't catch your view immediately, but as you guys walk over a destroyed crate of resources that Goog and Doog haphazardly dropped on the wayside, you see these small Chingwa creatures casting some sort of seance. They're using silverware as talismans and have these very thin strawed cloaks. As they wave their hands to and fro over a pine cone, one of them looks up at Larry, and three of them dart off into the bush. These very small creatures are but 6 inches tall. And as
Would
you
I
guys...
have any knowledge of what these are?
Not at all. And as you guys witness these strange nature spirits take their leave, we will take our bathroom break. Be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
You take feedback.
That was much fun.
That was so much fun. I thought for sure you were going to kill her.
Wait, actually, could we take a bathroom break real quick?
No.
I got through quite a bit of my drink.
There we go.
I have to be.
Alright.
I'm kidding.
So, as you guys make it out of the woods without any inclination of the small Chingwas before you, you inevitably make it all the way back to Goodmead. It's still 4 p.m., but the oppressive weather and the cold light aurora produced by Uriel, the Frost Maiden, ensures that even in the daytime, the world is capsized in dim light. As you guys draw back, you see that various village homes have small or large red and blue banners waving forth. Through the darkness of small lantern lights that hang freely from these very dimly lit houses, you guys see a silhouette approaching you. Almost 7 feet tall, with broad shoulders, this dark figure approaches. Well, hello there! Welcome back, my friends! As you draw in closer, you realize it is none other than Rorik Redwater.
I've pulled up my hood and scarf over my face a little bit. One, to shield from the cold, but also to hide my identity while we're in town.
Rorik,
just in case.
Oh, hello,
Rorik
Robert.
kind of
How are you
motions.
today?
I'm doing well. Who is your new friend?
Oh crap!
Oh, this is a hostage that we rescued from the giant.
Right. Why are you doing a voice too? I thought it was.
I'm not doing the. I'm not voice. You're doing the voice.
Listen, can I
It's
just stop
very
this?
insensitive.
I hate being this guy.
And who do you want to be?
Arnholt would be nice.
Do you want to? But on, you know how dangerous it can be running for putting our name in a position of power right now.
Yes, you're right. I just.
You could be Arnholt Redwater.
I think that is still a big risk. Okay, just give me a second.
Agreed.
As he walks into the village escorting you guys in, you know, I've actually learned a lot about this whole election thing.
Yeah, what color have you chosen to be your flag?
I think brown would be the easiest. I can even use this old flag.
Right, that's what we agreed on.
Right.
Okay, so what did you learn?
Well, I learned that today, at 7 hours after Starbright, there will be a town hall meeting with 2 podiums. I think we should erect a third.
Have you
Agreed.
managed to get any supporters?
Yes, there is a woman
Hey.
in the mead hall who thinks I am very handsome.
You know, I think tonight at the town hall meeting, we will be able to convince a lot more people. I think we have a trick up our sleeve. All you need to do when you go up and give your speech is mention that you are the ones that brought us into town to take care of the giant problem, and then introduce us, and we will take it from there.
All right. What should I do if they ask me a scathing question?
Such
Deflect.
as?
You always
I don't-
deflect. Let me do let's do a little bit of a practice run. I'm gonna ask you a scathing question, okay? You just answer it however you see fit, and then we'll workshop it from there, okay?
All right.
So, Rorik, there's word amongst the town that you might be a changeling. How do you respond to this?
My opponents are untrustworthy and cannot be relied upon.
That is good.
Was that
Not
good?
bad.
All right.
That's a real politician's answer. But you
Yeah,
gotta
that
also
was
talk
like-
about how great
yeah,
you
you
are when you say it. My politicians or my opponents, I mean, are untrustworthy and cannot be relied upon. Unlike myself, the non-changeling, Rorik.
No,
Random.
that is actually. I think that actually makes it sound more like he is.
I've never
don't-
once been a changeling.
Don't do an
Right.
outright lie like that. Just
I am
dance
not
around the
now.
question.
Nor
Don't
have I
answer
ever
anything.
been
Turn-
changed.
Turn everything back around on the opponents if it's a scathing question. I heard you shit. I heard you shit your own pants. Well, you know who
Accuse
starts a
them of being a changeling.
exactly. You know who starts a rumor
You
about
think
someone
your
being a.
weaknesses.
You know who starts a rumor about someone being a changeling is a changeling.
Right.
And you actually, now that I've heard some of the constructive criticisms, if things get too bad, you could always ask one of your opponents if they just shit their pants, because that's going to be a real problem for them on
It
stage.
happened.
I like that.
Did
You
you
know that is a last minute tactic.
You know,
Did you just shit your pants?
Rez, maybe you could do an illusion or even a Ralas of a poop.
Ooh.
Oh,
think
who knows?
I had-
I like that thing.
Who knows prestidigitation?
I always
Uh,
think
I can do that.
You can make the smell, I think.
If it looks like he's getting bombarded with too many hard questions,
I'll soil his opponent's pants.
yes.
Oh,
I can cast
you-
command. Do you think I
Everybody.
could make someone shit their pants with command?
Just make sure you accuse.
okay.
Right person.
Answering you, Glenn. The answer is yes. But as you guys are all talking amongst yourselves, Arnholt looks up. Oh wait, everyone settle down. Here she comes. At about that time, you guys watch as a very hefty bar wench comes out of the mead hall. Very athletic body for a woman of her age. Nonetheless, she does have a muffin top as her stomach pokes above her exposed midriff. As she walks out, clutching her exposed parts with 2 meaty biceps. Hi, Rorik, honey. Why don't you come back to the mead hall? I've warmed up a pot of grill for you. And she kind of pecks him on the cheek. He looks back. Sure.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that's
I
okay.
whisper.
He does.
I whisper in his ear. You mentioned she was interested. You didn't mention that she was this interested on.
Right. I meant from a totally political... Oh, nonsense about the election. It's time you came in. Come on now. My friends are waiting for you. As this...
Invite us to dinner.
You moved fast.
As Rorik kind of tugs at his collar, he follows in the woman's stead, and they inevitably make it to the doors of the mead hall.
Can we follow?
You can indeed. As you guys do
I would
so,
follow.
I would love to
you
follow.
see huge congregations, both of you. Half of the people in attendance, it seems, wear these red conical caps that bend down at the end and hang over. The other half have blue sashes tied around their arms, and you guys see guards with blue turbans stand at all entrance points, holding high sabers. You guys know these are the guards for the candidate Latif, and the red caps are in support of their candidate, Dol Narziel. As a matter of fact, as you guys look to the stage in the back of the mead hall, you see 2 podiums with a gnome walking back and forth as he speaks to both candidates.
Okay, Rorik, you get up there quick. Alistair and Larry, you go up there, build a podium real quick, make sure it has something brown on it. You two, go. Okay, now,
I'm
Aralis-
gonna grab chairs and just start taking them apart and start
Me,
cobbling
Aralis, and
together
Glenn.
a podium.
The 3 of us.
I'll help. Do we have to roll anything?
The 3 of us, we will go and grab the mead, everything, undercover, put it under a blanket, and bring it in backstage, okay?
I'll wipe the red war paint off my face while I'm sitting here, just so I seem
Oh.
unaffiliated with.
Hey, go ahead, Glenn. What's your question?
I was just gonna say to the group, didn't want to interrupt anybody. Everyone's got cool hats. I've got an extra set of clothes that, in my brain, I imagine at least the pants probably are brown. I want to cut like long strips of cloth and like wear them around my like tie it around my forehead like a headband or whatever, and start handing out strips of cloth that are like this brown color.
Good idea.
Agreed.
Thank you.
I'll replace the band around my hat with the brown strip, and I actually look at Glenn and I say, okay, now actually I think you should be the bodyguard of Rorik. So
Absolutely.
Rory and Yama, you come with us, and we will all move the mead undercover, like put a blanket over it, and we'll bring it in. And then when my brother introduces us, we'll say, yes, we brought everything back, and my brother will give out all the mead, and we'll win the election, I swear.
All right, here goes nothing. At about that time, you guys watch as Rorik stands above the stage.
Yeah.
Already, he towered a full head's height above everyone else, and as he goes up before you guys, hear ye, wonderful peoples of Goodmead, I have great news. At about the time, the gnome on the stage kind of crosses his arms and checks the clipboard. Right. And who are you supposed to be then? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Rorik Redwater. The crowd is silent. And I have contracted these adventurers who have returned with evidence. They have avenged the speaker's death. At about the time some people applaud, Latif edges over his podium. Is that so? Then I suppose you will have no issue bringing us their head.
I'll step forward next
Convenient.
to Mr. Redwater and pull out the severed heads and just show them around.
A huge gas overwhelms the crowd as they are in a very dense commotion, not knowing what is happening.
Pull the scarf up a little bit over my
Do you
face.
have
It's
Mr.
going out.
Redwater here to thank for that? And I'll put the heads back in my bag.
There you go. With that, the people begin talking and murmuring amongst themselves, unable to capitulate. They're arguing, and finally, alright, it's enough. In light of this recent uncovering, I'm going to allow at least one more podium on the stage. That's it, though. 3 candidates, no more. People come out. And what about Donar? Is he gonna have enough time? Yeah, where is he? Don't worry, everyone. I was sent here by Gul'kenny's estate. We're gonna have a fair, moderated debate. I mean conversation. Alright, Mr. Rorick, get prepared. The conversation will start in 10 minutes. Alright, thank you.
I'm gonna stand off to the side of the stage and just kind of look, maybe like a second bodyguard, opposite to Glenn.
Yeah, I say I've said nothing during this, but I'm standing in the vicinity of Rorik, sword sheathed on my side, but very visible, arms crossed, looking around at everybody.
As you guys do
And
that,
I'm just
you
gonna be
watch.
opposite that.
You guys watch as the guards accumulate next to Latif. They almost look to be mimicking your stances and posture, everyone, as they gang up on the side of their candidates. As more and more people are packed into this room, inevitably the doors are shut, and this woman, this very hefty barmaid, looks over at you, Yamazinkai. Oh, it's absolutely terrible that they don't have a powder room in here. Why don't you use mine? And she brings out a silvered mirror and hands it to you, Yamazinkai.
I take the mirror. Like, whoa, what do I need this for?
Well, for removing your face paint.
Oh, I appreciate it when I do so. I just wipe it off with my scarf.
Is that makeup?
Well, it's technically war paint, but I understand your confusion. Let's wipe it off.
Oh, and look at your tattoos. Your arms are so vascular. And she begins caressing your bicep. As you guys
My
see,
face flushes.
as you guys see Rorik kind of arching his head and looking back in her direction, the gnome steps out. The same one with the purple top hat, the green jacket, and the very red burgundy leather boots that come to a point. Alright, now listen up. Here's how it's gonna go. Each candidate is gonna get a 10-minute opening introduction. After that, we'll go into general conversation, Q&A, and wrap it up with a closing remark or two. Anyone who gets violent, unsheaths their scimitar, or otherwise illegates themselves or their candidates, they'll have to speak to the boys over at the Zintarim. As he points over his shoulder, you guys see those guards with their blue turbans, each holding a spear in a militant stance. Alright, any disturbances, they'll have to wait until after the speak. First candidate, by way of grammatical inclusion, is Dolnar Zeal. As the curtain is drawn back, a man with a very lovely red sequenced robe, much different than the ones you guys saw earlier. He is hiding his bald head under a red cardinal's cap as he comes out and strokes the small bit of fuzz on his now well-manicured goatee. Greetings all! Fret not and despair, for I am here. Yeah, that's enough. I'm just introducing you. You'll get to your remarks in a second. But the word of the Bright Axe, they must know. Hey, put a cork in it. Up next, once again, by way of grammar, it is Latif Aravi. the man from the south. He's already standing up at the podium, folds his arms, and his constituents give him a polite clap. And finally, this guy. What's your name again? Rorik Redwater. Right. Alright. Introduction's yours. Go ahead, Dolnar.
Thank you. Fellows and candidates, constituents alike, tell me, what would you give for your speaker to be resurrected from the dead? That's right. I have the power to do this. I, Dolnar Zeal, and I alone. As he continues with his monologue, Rorik walks out behind the curtain. Hey, what should I say for my introduction?
As he speaks to you, Rez.
I lean on the giant keg and I just say, talk about how you have been amongst the people. You know the plight of the everyman. And then when it counts, preferably towards the end, maybe like closing remarks, mention that you have some goodies for everyone. And then we will unleash this bad boy.
That's a good idea. I like that. As he gets back.
And then for everything else, just kind of mimic what they say and do like the best answers. It sounds like you're going to go last every time. So kind of just see what the audience says and kind of mix your answers depending on like how the audience reacts to what they say.
All right, I'll do my best.
And he goes back up on the
React to
stage.
the audience.
Oh yes, and we'll be in there to let you know what's good and what's bad.
All right. As he goes back on the stage, Latif is already in his introduction. As he wraps up with commerce, with foreign investment, and of course, with the protection of the Zintarim, we will bring an age of flourishing and development, an age of prosperity that the entirety of the 10 towns have never seen before. All right, there you have it. Up next, Rorik Redwater.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Yes, I am Rorik, a common man. It is my middle name, Rorik Commonman Redwater.
Yeah! Woo!
We have slain the giant. There will be no more pain or fear from you. And, we've got the distillery open again. And, if you vote for me, you can all have some honeydew.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We all clap, yeah! Woohoo! Woo!
Even the peasants begin to sit to their feet. You guys watch as people are taking off their red caps and slinging out their blue sashes.
And, that concludes my opening remarks. I'm also
Yeah, it does!
a carpenter.
As he steps back for but a moment. Alright, you heard him. Blow a bunch of smoke up your ass. Now let's see how they do in the actual debate. I'll open it up for discussion. Immediately, Dolnar Zeal begins chanting.
And lo, the All-Father said, Hela, bring to me your bosom, so that I may supplant my seed. And lo, was birthed the first son Mothlamor Duin, the explorer of the tides, the journeyman, and he literally recants the entirety of the dwarvish religion, from the first god all the way up until the last. As he's going through his monologue, people aren't paying attention, and then you see Latif quizzically lean over as he adjusts his stainless white turban. So, you all think that these people have what it takes. Well, let me ask you, Rorik. Are you willing to initiate the sacrifice? Oh yeah. And what about you, constituents? Are you ready to give this stranger the power over life and death? Who decides who lives and who burns on the pyre? You are.
I mouth to him. Actually, I pull out my tiny wire and I from the back of the hall, I whisper to him, and I just say, talk about how it will be a random process, that anyone could go, tell him it will be a random process like in Bryn Shanda, and that the mead hall will be back open, and the town will prosper more than it will lose.
What spell are you casting?
It's message, I believe. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
It's 120 foot range.
All right.
You're 121 feet away.
He explains.
You fool!
He explains everything that you explain, and then Latif looks over. Likely story. Perhaps all of you are foolish enough to vote for him, but I am not. As a matter of fact, whenever I am elected, there will be no sacrifice. At about this point, everyone begins applauding Latif as he stands back and looks at Rorik while he just beat him. Rorik looks confused.
And what are you gonna do when your children are starving and there's not enough food to feed everyone because there's too many of you?
They look around. Like I said, there's not gonna be any more outbursts, so if you do that again, you'll have to leave. Latif looks over. No, this is a good question. You see, unlike these other pretenders, Rorik, who gives a nice smile, and Mr. Zeal, and then the 6th son of Moradin was born, and his name was Dumathuin, Duin as well. Unlike them, I have commerce, I have coin, and we have power. Just like any city of the Zintarim, good mead will be protected and provided for.
We have money too.
I whisper, I do another message to him, and I say, talk about how he is not from this land, and that you have been around the 10 towns for longer than he has, and that he is a foreigner in these lands.
You'll all trust this foreigner to run your things for you, or this crazy guy? I'm saying, saying, why not vote for me, and we can all get drunk?
Yeah.
All right. That concludes the conversation. Dolnar, I said that concludes the conversation portion of the town hall meeting.
Just a moment, Mr. Bimblewood. And finally, the final son, Clangadin Silverbeard, came to the world to offer it conquest.
Dolnar Zeal has been disqualified from the debate.
Yeah.
Just for me and my character, how accurate is his like recounting of like dwarvish religion, like front to back?
You know what? Roll me a religion check.
Cool.
At advantage, because you know these things.
You said religion at advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Bet.
As far as you're aware, he is painstakingly and accurately reporting the exact events that you know occurred in the Morden Salmon. As a matter of fact, he is so scrupulous in his descriptions. You learn a couple things about dwarvish religion.
Okay, cool. All right. Just wondering. Carry on.
Unhand me, you brigands! We won't stand for this, will we?
The people look.
No! You're taking a Maori to fraud! Put me down, I say! God damn it!
And about that time, you guys watch as Dolnar Zeal is escorted out into the snow and thrown out.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say, am I next to Rorik? Like I'm like his bodyguard, right? So like I'm pretty close to him.
Yeah,
right?
you're close to the stage.
I was gonna whisper to Rorik that he should attempt to suggest that he should be allowed to stay, because I think that would look good. To be like, nah, let this man say his ridiculous piece. But if it's already transpired, that's fine. Carry on.
If you would like to, as he leaves.
Wait a minute, I want to hear what that guy said!
And then he's thrown out. As his congregation joins him, it is now Latif and Rorik. At this point in time, I would like to inform you that you can put whose ever name on the ballot you want, He is still in the running. He's just not allowed at this debate, alright? You know, Gul'kenny's estate had some very specific orders. Alright, closing remarks. Latif, you're the first up to bat. Like I said, this fellow is simply not accomplished and without the skill set to supplant the city. Though you may have been enticed by his desire to get you drunk, I assure you that this is a passing joy. Vote for me, and you will see a lasting change in Goodmead. Alright, Rorik, it's your turn.
Right. Who wants to get drunk?
Yeah.
And then
And don't you care about the people too, Rorik?
Of course.
And then we
I love the people. And about that time, you guys watch Rorik come into the crowd and swaddle up Larry like a baby. See?
Oh, I stuck my thumb and to be a baby.
Ha ha ha.
Rez pulls off the curtain and reveals the cask with the tap in it. And assuming we have a few glasses and a mead hole, I start pouring it and like handing them out.
People begin
Go for
storming.
Rorik, thank you.
People begin storming the stage. As they do, they each have a tankard. Oh me! I ain't had it in so long, please.
Whenever they take one, to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you, vote for Rorik. 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 Thank you, vote for Rorik.
As you guys
While
do
this
this,
is happening,
go ahead.
I'm gonna be holding up the heads of the giant and just like showing them around to people and being like, "Yeah, look here, Redwater did this."
This has to be a lot for Yama.
How's this gonna go?
As you guys all do that, and as the crowd rushes the stage, Yama, you are sitting alone with the hefty woman still rubbing your muscles. And as you look up, you see the two heads of your parents.
I try to look away a little bit. It'll affect me once I actually lay down and go to sleep and think about it. But right now, I put on a strong face and remember the fight and how awesome that fight was. And,
Are you trying to disguise your physical expression of emotion, the way that this is kind of jarring?
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of looking away,
Roll a deception check.
trying to focus on the hefty woman, touching up on the.
Yeah, it's
Loading.
working just as planned.
As she looks up into your eyes, Yama. Oh, what's the matter? Are you okay?
Oh, it's so emotional seeing this man, get the attention and recognition that he deserves.
Well, I've actually been staying in me boss's old laboratory. Why don't you let Daisy ease some of the tension for you?
How would you recommend that? And aren't you with him? I point to Rory.
Not quite. Why don't you come with me? And she kind of gets off her bar stool and starts tugging you out the door.
Well, my honor boundness, seeing her first with Rory kind of resists her. And as he shouts to somebody, presumably Rez or somebody.
help!
Yeah, somebody close to Rory. And I was like, oh, guys.
Are you sure? I really won't charge you much.
Oh, I don't have any money.
Oh, that's quite a shame. Oh, Rorik, sweetie! Inevitably, all the people get their beverages and Latif, irate and apoplectic on the stage. What is the meaning of this, Himble? I thought you said this would be a fair and moderated debate. That it is, but the debate's over. They can do whatever they want. And remember everyone, cast your ballots down at the Speaker's Hall. The ballot box will stay there under lock and key by yours truly until the ballots are read tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for coming. And the gnome heads out. Inevitably, everyone is good and drunk. People are drinking. You even see a few sailors have Rorik on their shoulders and are raising him up and down in a chair. As they sing a dwarvish battle hymn, and they raise him up and down. Inevitably, the night comes. The uproarious, raucous behavior draws to an end. And Rez, you earn 15 gold pieces. Goodmead is quite prosperous. Inevitably, Latif leaves soon, making sure to grab a pint of honeydew to show his son that it really does exist. As you guys catch him grabbing a cup himself, do you stop him? I think you're muted, Eric.
Say it again, Eric.
I hand it to him myself. I pour it and I hand it to him and I say, you know, it isn't just about getting people drunk. It's about opening the meadery, getting jobs open again, making this town prosper. We're after the same thing, you know. We just have the evidence to prove it.
Maybe you're right. I just... Between you and me, there's something fishy going on here. I mean, this Rorik guy, who is he?
He's a man who came from out of town, traveling. He's been around the 10 towns. We've encountered him a few times in our adventures. He seems like a forthright guy. He came here around the same time we did, and he saw that there were trouble going around and saw that he had an opportunity to fix it. So he decided to.
You know, maybe it isn't such a bad thing if the Zentari misses out on just this one.
And you know, just because you do not make the, even regardless of how this goes, I feel like a business opportunity between the country of Kaliste and this town would be a prosperous one. Would you not think so as well?
Oh, indeed. It's just, well, if I will not be the speaker here, the Zintari will locate me somewhere else. You know, we merchants, especially of the Twisted Hand, we are allocated wherever they sent us, so this may be the last you see of me.
I have a few questions about that, actually. We've seen a few. When you have time, maybe tomorrow sometime we can have dinner. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, of course, come to the manor. We will count the ballots right out, and I will have one of my servants serve us dinner on the spot.
That sounds wonderful. We will see you then. Thank you.
He walks over to his son, who's in the corner. Come on, Jibril. We've got to leave. They head off to the speaker's hall, and you guys are left in a room with a bunch of drunk people and a very determined prostitute.
Well, I think that went okay.
Oh, yeah. It went real well,
About how
didn't it,
many
honey?
blue and red hats do we see now?
There's a lot.
Like, what's the split on the crowd?
There's a lot, but most of them are sitting on the ground. Those people that do have blue on have sashes in their arms and are in the corner drinking with Rorik.
Okay. Okay, cool. So it's a pretty mellow mood in the meat hall right now?
It is.
Kind of like life has been breathed back into it?
Until you are all required to roll me perception checks.
What'd you hear?
Alright. Rez, high roller of the night. Gas, Rory, Alistair, and Rez. You guys look out the windows behind where Yama is sitting, and you see torches flickering in the darkness.
Oh my gosh.
2, 3, and then dozens and dozens of torches that are accompanied by the sound of marching.
Oh, fuck.
Come, my constituents. Behold!
I stopped playing and I pulled anyone who didn't see towards the window and look out. What do we see?
As you guys rub some of the condensation from all the breath out of the window, you see 24 dwarves with red conical caps listening to a cleric with his arms spread wide.
Can I open the window?
Yes,
No,
and as you
this
do
looks
so,
ominous.
you all hear the sound. As it rushes in, the sound of these men cheering and clambering. You guys hear a voice over it all.
And lo, did Moradin say, Dolnar, my son, you were fated to be the speaker. That is how I know if I don't win. The Frost Maiden has tampered in this election. Behold my squadron of faithful, we shall bestow upon them a mightiful fist. Win. The election is held. Until then.
As he walks back in, he opens the door.
Behold!
And there on the platform is the body of Mac Gul'kenny. Anointed with oils and perfectly healed, he is still in his sleeping position, as Glenn did cast that spell onto him not too long ago. This seems to convince a lot of his followers, who over the course of the next 10 minutes slowly disseminate and enter the cathedral. As they do so,
Well, fuck that guy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think that would come back to be such
Is
a
this
problem.
something we need to stop, or?
Well, no, it's up to
This
the
is
people at this
happening.
point.
Oh, okay.
You guys are going to choose very rich upper class guy, a priest, or you know,
A man of the
a
people.
man as a
Or
people.
new drunk stranger.
They
Yeah,
want the
exactly.
scenery back up. We just need to show them that it will happen. Unlike what they're saying will happen. They'll never do it. They're making empty promises, but we will do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what
Yeah.
she said. Vote for Rorik.
Oh, and I tightened the brown bow on Erwin.
as you do so, you guys,
Mage Hand has been pouring drinks this entire time.
as you do so, you guys watch as the curtain opens again, and from behind, a honey badger crawls onto the stage, steel-plated, much like Larry's steel defender. Alright, I see that the gnome lived up to his promise, but I never heard about a third candidate. What's all of this then? The honey badger begins to speak.
What the
So
heck?
listen,
Well, greetings. Say, don't I remember you from someplace? As he looks at Yamazenkai.
Oh, I don't know. I just have one of those faces. Do I recognize this guy?
He is going to make an insight check. It is
Or
a
do I
honey,
recognize
it is a steel honey badger, so you do not recognize it.
Okay.
Oh, you must just have one of them faces. In life, I was
You're
known
muted.
as. Oh, you might just have one of those faces. In life, I was known as Speaker Gul'kenny. I brewed
Oh.
the mead and I ran the town, but not anymore.
And
Oh,
why
wait.
is that?
Now you're like some kind of big rat. What happened?
oh wait, you're actually like the embodiment of the speaker.
Oh, not exactly. You see, these gnomes here, quite good with the tinkering. They, built me a little object. They call it a Vagthistir. Let my steel defender talk and think on his own. In a way, I am him, though he's dead.
How did they do that?
The gnomes are quite tricky. Maybe I'll bestow my secret to whomever wins the election. That'll be up to the speaker then.
Erwin and I just standing there smiling.
Stand up straight, Owen.
Whispering to Alistair, so we gotta throw this fucking badger in a river. This is a fucking pin ready to pop.
You think so? You think we gotta get rid of it?
He fucking recognizes
Do I
the
hear them?
dude.
Do I hear them whispering about this shit?
Not exactly. They're whispering.
I'm gonna go for.
I'm not saying let's do it right now. This may be a linchpin that we need to fucking pull at some point.
You're on to it, laddie.
At about that time, the honey badger looks up. Aye? Were them the heads of the Etten?
Aye.
And is that me Honeydew?
Also aye.
Well, then you've met the requirements of the contest. You brought the ribbon, you brought back the honey, and you killed me Etten.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So here's your reward.
Oh, fuck! There was a whole contest.
The honey badger stands up on its hind legs as the hatch swings open. Larry, you see the same scroll with the brown wax seal of a cog sitting in the center of this honey badger's open chassis.
Ooh.
I promise me won't snap your fingers this time.
May I?
As you take the scroll and unravel it, you finally piece it all together. The laboratory, the open barrels of reeking mead, and the old note that Alistair found. In this scroll, you find the complete instructions for good mead. Not to be confused with honeydew, this is a new type of mead that's never been crafted before. It requires 3 pounds of honey, which you guys have definitely returned, 2 pinches of yeast, equal parts water, a cask to distill it in, and 2 pints of gnomish rhapsody.
Do you know, is there instructions on how to get each of these?
You can buy yeast at most stores, especially general stores in the area. Honey, well, we got that in quick supply, and, well, you can just buy a cask from, Latif.
And what about the gnomish?
Gnomish Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Oh, you can acquire that up in Coppertop. Inside the note, it also describes its magical effects. This is a healing potion that also gives you cold resistance for a day. I will tell you all, it is now approximately 6 p.m. What would you all like to do as it is getting darker by the minute?
I could definitely use a rest because of friendly fire.
Don't we need to go
It was a
vote?
friendly fight.
Oh yes, it's
Yes, we need
to go vote.
Alistair's
Let's
gonna
go
go
vote.
vote.
Oh, Rorik Redwater.
We'll vote individually.
And I'm bringing my
No, for sure.
We'll
We'll
survivor.
send it into Garrett.
We'll survivor booth.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring my my lads, my crewmen, to vote as well.
Well, who's all allowed to vote here? Like,
I think
No,
it's
I
just
live in the
kind of
mountains.
locked in.
Can Erwin vote?
Nah, you can't.
Dang it.
At about that time, Rorik looks up. Excuse me, brother. Excuse me, Rez. I have an idea.
Oh, yeah. What is it, Rorik?
Why don't you pretend to be Dolnar Zeal and draw out of the election?
That's an idea.
I think that is the best idea you've ever had.
That would be
Okay.
cool.
Give me a minute to think about
what are we
it.
gonna do about the real one?
It doesn't
Never
matter.
mind.
He's old. He'll go to bed soon.
Oh, but Won't he find out that when he wakes up, he didn't actually?
That's his problem.
Okay.
What happened? Okay, so we'll give it some time, and then I will do that. Yes. So let's all go vote first, and then we'll give it a little time.
Alright. Come this way. As he opens the door, you guys already see a dwarf with a red conical cap walk by the door, holding aloft his bright flame. As you all draw out the doors now to go to the ballot box, you see in the line are a dozen dwarves holding torches. As they hum a low audible dwarvish tune and cast their ballots, all of them walk back. The last one casts his ballot, turns around with the torch. He is a grizzled dwarf with a wrinkled face and a white beard with shocks of red and blonde. Vote for Donar. He walks away, and it's now your turn at the ballot box, which is being guarded by 2 Zentarim agents.
I will cast my vote
For whom?
for Rorik.
Glenn's vote is cast. Up next, Rory. Who would you like to vote for between Dolnar Zeal, Rorik, and Latif? You're muted.
He's also, I think, been on the phone the whole time we've been playing.
Oh, that's true. Alistair, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Seems important.
Me and each of my lads would like to vote for Mr. Redwater.
One of the guards stays up. Hey, just one vote for Purse. And as he looks down, there's 4 kobolds. Carry on. As they each vote for Rorik. Let me ask you this. Is there anyone here who doesn't want to vote for Rorik? Granted. So,
I think
as
we're
you
all
guys,
pretty much on the same page.
As you guys all vote for Rorik, you all come back. Latif gives you away from the door. And would you guys like to sleep in the mead hall or the speaker's hall?
Okay, so whichever one we want to decide. I kind of vote Mead Hall because I feel like that's kind of where we should kind of stage out of right now.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
And about half an hour after you guys go in there, I took a little bit of a walk around town, and where is Dolnar right now?
You're not sure. The last place you saw him is inside the cathedral at the Shrine of the Flaming Sword.
Can I peek in there?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. Yeah, okay. As you look in, he doesn't spot you, and you can clearly see through one of the very thin, kind of paper-thin windows around his very illuminous cathedral, him still somewhat desecrating, but at least manipulating with the body of Mac Gul'kenny. He is awake.
But very much invested in it.
Yes.
Okay. How far away is the... Okay, is it the speaker's house where the voting's been going on?
That's right.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go behind this building, hopefully, and look around, make sure nobody sees me.
Okay. Yeah, you do so.
Can I? Okay. Does anyone?
All throughout the night, there's people with blue sashes and red caps walking to the speaker's hall and away. But if you get behind that small fishing hut, you'll be fine.
Okay, so I get behind there, and I pull my cloak over me, and as I turn back around, I am now Dolnar. What was his last name?
Zeal.
Dolnar Zeal. Okay, and who was the god that said he should win?
According to him, it was none other than Moradin.
Yeah. Okay. So I walk out there up to the line of voters and I say, Zealots, voters, I, Dolna's zeal, have been spoken to by the great Mordrin again. He told me I was wrong in my prophecy and that I shall not win this election. I am not destined to be speaker any as much as he is not destined to be brought back. I am dropping out of this race as of right now. I must go, and I run away into the woods to be hidden, and then I come out as Rez on the other side.
Just so we know how well you did, because you're going to do all of that as the dwarves look back at you very shocked and appalled in the light of their torches. However, go ahead and roll me a performance check at advantage.
Ooh.
Because of your actor feat. You are acting. Great. Thank God you had advantage.
Thank fuck I had advantage.
That could have been a disaster.
As you return and your friends are none the wiser, you all enjoy a very deserved night's rest. Or alas, you wake up first in the morning after finishing your 4 to 6 hour meditation. What would you like to do before everybody else is awake?
I'll try to find horses for us to, or maybe a cart, or just a horse for me to scram as soon as we can to Dugan's Hole.
As you find
We
the
are so
stable,
close.
the mammoth is there, and so is the cart, which you guys brought along with you. However, there's another cart there too, the one that you guys brought back from the caves.
There's 2.
There is indeed.
Okay. Any available horses?
There isn't, but you guys do have your mammoth with you, as you do notice Erlond is sitting atop it, stroking Tiger's mane. He is a young yeti. As he looks
A
down.
mammoth?
Oh, hey Ralas, up so early?
Yes. Yes. Would you like to see a beautiful? Everybody says it's beautiful. Dugan's Hole. Seems there's elves there. You like elves?
As he takes a moment and looks into the stars, he watches his eyes turn black and his irises turn sun as he looks. Oh, the stars say it will be a most interesting place. I don't see any ill omens in our future, at least immediately.
Well, keep watching, and it'd be great to go soon. So maybe I'll need your mammoth to pull us faster.
Yeah, I'll get everything ready. When everyone else is down here, we can go.
Perfect. If by any chance there seems to be political tension, maybe I'll just go in a flash, and you guys can catch up. I don't quite know yet. We'll see.
Political? What's that mean?
Old people trying to decide who's the wisest of the dumbasses. But we got a plan. You'll see. It's great. We'll get booze out of it, I think.
You know, our group does a lot of politics.
Yes, they like that stuff.
As you take your leave and you watch as you ensure that you watch as Erlond gets everything right. He puts the harness on the mammoth, connects it to the wagon, feeds the mammoth, feeds Tiger. You are confident that this is well taken care of.
Right, so I'll get the food ready for a big day.
As you guys come downstairs, you're greeted with the warm scent of a freshly made meal by Aralas. You are all now awake.
Great. Thank you, Aurelis. You've been around, I presume, this morning. You know, you freaky elves. Have you heard any political news? Any updates in the race?
Not yet. I didn't want to go and jump everywhere. Where I just wanted us to go at the same time, I guess.
Oh, yes, that's fair. That's fair. Just wondering if there were any last-minute updates. Anything? Never mind. And I stuffed my mouth full of sausage.
Enjoy. It's I'm not a chef, but this will do. This will do okay.
The 2 double doors burst down,
and it is Rorik. You guys have got to come quick. I can't even believe it.
Okay, I'll grab a couple slices of food.
Yeah,
I grab my plate with my I run out. I run after.
I know we have had.
You-
Am I muted?
No, we
No,
can
no,
go.
no. Sorry, I was an idiot.
I know it has been a long journey. Do not think that this is the last step, but I am resigning. I need to raise my son, and they were right. Good meat is no place to do it.
Dude.
At about that time, Latif goes back in. However, his followers are not that stirred. The red caps are, as Dolnar Zeal is amongst them.
This is absurd! I did no such thing!
It says it's right here. You resigned last night. We stopped counting the votes after you talked to us.
What do you mean? This is a shambles, a charade, a fraud, I say, a fraud! This will not be the last you hear of the flaming sword. Come on, men. Let's turn this city into cinders!
He and the rest of the dwarves march off
That was a threat.
into the woods. Let him go. Latif holds his hand up. If we start killing our political rivals, we are no better than the Quahadis. Come on, men. We have to get back to Kaliste.
I look around at everyone and I go, well, this is an interesting development. Hey, Rorik, I think you won.
I think so too.
Actually,
So,
we really won. And you see the woman again begin caressing Rorik's shoulders. He kind of looks up.
All right, I think that me and Daisy here will make a fine first couple.
yeah, so let's get the mead hall up and running. We'll get the good mead starting production as soon as we can. Before we head out, because Rallis, I don't think you've ever made breakfast for us like this.
I have something I need to be done in Dugan's Hall. I would love you guys to come along as we can. I'm a bit stressed that Dizan, you remember that motherfucker. He may try to. I need to find someone that's very dear to me, and I'm in a bit of a complex situation. So finding her would be important, especially before he does. So as we can, I'd love to go. It's so close to this place, and I've been told it's a shit place.
I put my hands on his shoulders. You said this is for her?
Yeah, it's a long story. I'm not too proud of it, but I'll tell you guys along the way, I guess.
Answer one question. Is it for true love or is it for family?
Well, you will laugh at me, but it's a bit of both. But I don't know.
Those aren't two boxes you're supposed to check around this.
Well, when you hear the story, you'll understand. She's the key to saving my name, and thus my family's name.
Well, if it's important to you, it's important to us. You stuck around long enough to help get this man into a position of power. So as soon as we get an order from Coppertop, we will, for the Gnomish Rhapsody, we will get our way to Dugan's Hole. I think it is only fair.
Amazing news.
At about that time, a heavy palm strikes your shoulder, Rez.
This is fucking crazy. Now, I'm gonna try to levy some troops, build a garrison, but I don't know what to do when those dwarves come back.
Oh, that actually is a good point, Oralis. We might have a riot on our hands. here in like maybe a couple hours.
Well, I'll be a wolf by then.
What do you mean you'll be a wolf by then?
You don't know. I don't know.
Rorik, could you deputize us?
I'll do more
Rorik,
than that.
deputize us.
You are all henceforth vassals of House Crawford. I mean Redwater.
No
Awesome.
more men now.
Vassals of House Redwater.
Yes,
I think this will be a good ruling.
you are all lords. However, I do outrank you. Me too.
Of course.
And her too, technically. Technically. Throughout the next few hours, you guys build up the laboratory to its former glory. The mead hall is bustling once again with Daisy working the front desk along next to Rayloff, the honey badger. As you guys begin to take your leave and head off, it is dim light and growing darker. Just ahead of you guys, you see Erlond Minchin with his eyes turned black as he leans over the mammoth he's steering. You know, there's going to be a full moon in a few hours.
I just love the stars.
Me too.
Oh, you know, this is a very beautiful night. We just won the election. We're leaving the town in good hands. Nothing possibly could go wrong there while we're gone. Traveling under this beautiful night sky. You know, it's not even that cold right now.
Right? It's a really good temperature.
You know, it feels like a very good night. Nothing bad
This
could
is
go
a great
wrong
day
tonight,
for me.
you know?
First day away from banditry. I'm a lord.
Yeah,
How
I was
are
actually
you
going
feeling
to
right now,
ask.
Yama?
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, like, did I actually get lordship?
Oh yeah.
Or was I excluded? Oh.
Your lord? Lord Yama's
Yama, what do you think? What do you think of all of this? Being in a civilized society.
Well, it's certainly a change from my cave. There's a lot more lights and torches around here, and it's so warm inside of a building. Oh,
It
and
was.
Hey,
being
do
a
you know
lord
what
is-
being a vassal means, right?
No, not. I mean, I know of them. You know, they were of occasionally particular interest to my business. But,
Well, in this case, it means
Right.
if there is an uprising,
Oh.
you are one of the ones that gets to help put it down.
that sounds like a fight to me.
It is a fight, and every one of them will not be honorable. They will try to go on you multiple at once.
Oh, I'll be able to handle that. You know,
Say, weren't you and Glenn gonna have a fight?
oh, that's right.
We can do that first thing in the morning. We'll take a break in between here and Dugan's Hole, and then we will have a fight first thing in the morning, and then go to Dugan's Hole.
Or tonight?
Probably help if we look roughed up.
As you guys continue traveling southwardly on the East Way, gathering your senses forward, you look as Erlon's staring up at the stars along with Larry. And then, Aralas, you feel something vibrate in your bag.
Ooh.
As it seizes for a moment, and you grab your satchel and look in, Aralas, you see your philosopher's orb glowing a mighty intense purple.
I'll go on the side and follow along. Hello? My orb? Hello?
Who are you? Where am I?
This is the north. Very cold. My name is Isaac Salas, and I just found you. I'm a bit of a wizard myself.
Tell me, and do speak true. Are you a member of the Arcane Brotherhood?
I know. This is the group of people in the north, I think. Hey, they have some items to themselves.
Right. You are not one of them, I trust.
Is that a good thing to you?
It is the only thing that matters.
That I am not?
Yes.
Well, I got this hat. That's a bit from them, but that's all I got. I'm from the islands in the Elven City, and I just landed in this fucking cold region out of misfortune, I would say.
And what is your name?
I just told you it's Axelas.
Well, greetings, Axelas. I can tell that you speak true. You may call
Well.
me Evelyn.
Are you you are a lady? I would recognize, correct?
That's enough for now. And the light turns off.
Oh, yes, I do believe so. She has a temper. Okay, talk to you soon.
That
My
is
pocket
where
it
we
goes.
will leave off until next week.
Okay.